Expressions do not have equal signs in them. It's just a phrase in math. A number to the fifth power. We're looking for our numbers. Here it is. It's going to be a variable, though. That is a number that we don't know what it is quite yet. A number to the fifth power. So let's pick a letter. Let's say m to the fifth power. That's how we would express it. 1/3, here's a number, of a number, cubed. So 1/3 of a number, we don't know what it is, let's call it m again, cubed. A number subtracted from 30. Now this one is a bit turned around. You have to be careful when you're doing subtraction and division, because sometimes they twist and flip around with your head. You have a number subtracted from, so 30 is what you start with. And then you're going to be subtracting a number from that. Let's call it m. The tendency you'll want to do it in the order that you read it and put m minus 30, but that's not what this says. It's starting out with the 30 because you're subtracting the number from the 30, so you're starting with 30. 6 times the square of a number. So here's a number, here's a times sign, and we have a squared. So this is the exponent of a number. We don't know what that is, so we're going to call it a letter. So 6 times this number squared. 6 times the square of a number. Let's call it m. The quotient, that gives us a division of a number and 63. So we're going to have some number, we'll call it m, divided by 63. In algebra, you don't usually see this symbol. It's not often used. The fraction line is really the one that's used the most in algebra, and we hardly ever see this symbol. So that kind of drops off. It's not as sophisticated. You might see it like this, but this is actually the way that mathematicians really talk to each other in higher math most often. 11 subtracted from 17. Here's again, we've got this subtraction. You have to be careful of those. What do you start with? Do you start with the 11 and subtract 17 from that? Is that what that's saying? 11 subtracted from. No, we're starting with the 17. And then we're subtracting 11 from that. And that one doesn't even have a variable in it. We didn't have a letter like we had in these others. A number, here's a number, less than 4. Here's another number. Okay, so again, it's a subtraction. We've got to think about this. What are we starting with? Are we starting with the number, or are we starting with 4? It's a number less than 4. So this is interpreted as you're starting with your 4, and then you're subtracting some number from it. These are called expressions. They do not have equal signs. An expression in algebra is a phrase, a grouping of numbers.